Hey guys, Charlene here, sharing the July Scrapbook and Cards Today sampler. There are several items from Doodlebug Design, the My Happy Place collection. Starting out here with some of the patterned papers. These are all really cute double-sided papers, perfect for easy pattern paper cards. Came with this cut apart that is actually also a sheet of patterned paper on the back. And then we've got some of the bits and pieces from that same My Happy Place collection. That's where all the Doodlebug stuff is from, as well as some odds and ends. These are so cute. I love the little flower pot, and I'm going to be using that for sure in a card today. Then from American Crafts, we have several items from the Round Trip collection. So these are some pattern papers. These are single-sided, which actually does make things easy sometimes. You don't have to pick which side you want to use when you are making a card. And then there is also some tag ephemera. These are cute little travel style tags, as well as some icon ephemera, beautiful flowers and things like that. A sticker sheet, which is actually kind of fun. I'm going to show you how to make a really quick card with that sticker sheet today. And then some enamel dots, as well as some thicker phrases, which are fun. Included in this month's sampler is an exclusive stamp from Gina K Designs called Wildflowers, and then also an exclusive Hello Steel die and shadow set. So getting started here, I'm going to cut down a piece of that pattern paper from the Round Trip collection, and then I'm going to cut down this pretty piece that has kind of a travel theme. It's got luggage and shoes and sunglasses and all kinds of fun stuff. So the patterned piece there, I'm cutting down so it covers the entire front of an A2 size card. So I'm cutting it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now I do end up cutting down the striped piece just a little bit more because I want the piece of ephemera that I've chosen to fit right over the top of that and hang over on the sides a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down my piece that covers the entire background of the card, and I'm just gluing that straight to my card base. And then I can glue that pretty pink striped paper. I think it's so pretty. So when you're going with pattern paper like this, it's always a good idea to try and do something maybe with images on one part and then something a little more neutral like stripes or dots or something like that on another piece, just so you don't, your card could get really super busy really fast if you're using two pieces of paper that have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm just taking that strip and I'm putting it right across the top of the card, and then I can trim off the excess there on the side using my scissors. And now I've kind of laid out where I'm going to put all my pieces. I'm using this really cute thicker phrase that says let's go, and you can see I've just taken a piece of low tack tape and I taped it on the front of the sticker. That makes it really easy to keep everything where it's supposed to be, so I don't have to worry about trying to get perfect placement so that it looks like it did on the sheet. You can see I just have to go back in and add the little apostrophe and the period because they didn't quite fit on my tape, but that is much easier, at least for me, than trying to get everything lined up because I always want it to look like it did on the sheet. Now, you may not be one of those people like me, but I always want it to look like it was intended to look. So now I have put some double-sided foam adhesive squares on the back of this piece of ephemera. Super cute. These are little stamp style ephemera, and you could cut these apart, but I kept all 4 of them together because I thought it would make a nice square kind of focal point there on the right. And then again with some double-sided adhesive foam squares, I'm going to pop up the little piece of ephemera there on top with the flower bouquet. I think it looks really pretty. So this card came together super fast. Now I'm just going to add a strip of paper on the inside of the card. This was one of the leftover strips I had from cutting down that pink striped paper. I do like to leave a little bit of a white edge. I think it makes for a more finished look on the inside of the card. So now I'm taking a piece of flower ephemera here, really pretty, and I'm just going to put that right on top of that pink striped paper on the inside. And here is the finished card. Really cute, came together super fast and easy with everything that came in the sampler. For my second card, I'm going to be using the Hello die. So I've chosen this piece of kind of palm frond paper, except for it's in black and white, which is really cute. And then I am also cutting down a piece of white paper. Now the white paper I'm cutting to about 2 inches, I believe, by about 4 inches. Yeah, so that's going to give me just enough space to cut out the hello word and shadow. But I'm going to glue this down to that piece of palm paper, which I cut to have a 1/4 of an inch all the way around border from the white piece. I think it makes for a more interesting look having some type of border around this piece. And you'll see once the card starts getting put together, it'll make a little more sense here. So I'm going to come in with that steel die and get that cut using my manual die cutting machine just off camera. I am careful just to make sure it fits all the way in there and is straight, because those are some pretty tight edges around there. And so now I can glue down that whole piece on top of a piece of black cardstock. And this is just a scrap of black cardstock I have that's gonna fit back behind there perfectly, and it'll allow me then to go ahead and glue on top of it the hello die cut that came out. So essentially, once this cut out, I took out the little thin part that would normally be the shadow. I took that off, then kept the word cut out, and I'm going to put it back in there glued on top of that black cardstock that we backed the whole piece with. So you'll get this nice little black shadow around the hello word, which will help it pop off the front of your card. So once I get that nice and glued down, I've just got an A2 size card base there. I've put some double-sided foam adhesive, and now I'm going to go ahead and lay out those stickers. I told you this was a quick and simple card with those stickers, and it really is. I'm just layering the stickers right on top of each other here in a minute, exactly how I want them to create 2 little flower clusters on the top right and then on the bottom left of that hello kind of focal point. So you would see super easy. You can peel them up. I love that. Here you don't have to be super committed to where you're putting them, because you can rearrange them. So now I can go ahead and adhere the center piece with the hello, and I'm going to add a couple more of the tiny little stickers. These are the little flower stickers on there, and I'm kind of using them in place of sequins, which is fun. And then I've put another flower on the inside. So you can see I've brought in some teeny tiny little baubles here, and I'm putting them in the center of those 5 tiny little flowers. And I've got these kind of faux sequin flowers. For my next card, I am cutting down this super cute piece of pattern paper. I think this might be my favorite piece of pattern paper from the set. It has all these cute little plants growing on it, and I'm cutting it down so that there is a 1/4 of an inch border all the way around when I apply it to my A2 size card base. So my card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so I'm cutting it down to 3 3/4 by 5. And now I can adhere it down with some liquid adhesive. If you want your card to have a little bit more dimension, you could do this with some double-sided foam adhesive. I'm keeping this relatively flat. I am going to add a couple of foam adhesive squares, but otherwise it's going to go through the mail super easy. So liquid adhesive on the back of that cut apart that says "Love Grows Here." It goes perfectly with the paper, with the patterned flowers and everything on there. And now I've picked out 2 pieces of ephemera, 2 little leaves that I'm going to put back behind each of these 2 little flower pots. One looks to be kind of like an aloe vera plant, and then one that's got some beautiful flowers in it. And I'm angling these on the bottom right and then on the top left. And I'm angling them because, one, I didn't want to cover up my sentiment that says "Love Grows Here," but also because it creates a little bit of interest to have those pieces angled against the squareness of the main piece and the background pattern paper. So it creates that nice little juxtaposition between those two. So again, gluing the leaf and then popping up the little flower pots with the double-sided foam adhesive squares so that I get a little bit of dimension on this card without making it too thick. I just have that one layer that has any foam behind it. So once I'm done with that, I did take one of the pieces of flower ephemera and I cut it in half. And this is something you can do if you're trying to add kind of another balanced piece on a card. You can take a piece of ephemera, cut it in half, put half on one side like I've done there on the bottom left, and then half on the other side like I'm doing on the top right there. So it looks like I have two of the same flower when in reality I've just cut one and I've used it on each side there. You can't even tell. Now I've got a little strip left over here of that cute pattern paper, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it on the inside of the card. Now because there is a little bit of white space already on the pattern paper there to the right of the images that go along, I did glue this one all the way up against the edge because I thought it looked nicer that way. I can trim off the excess. And then I'm going to go ahead and again glue a little flower piece of ephemera on to that strip. I think using your floral ephemera like this can just add a nice little pop of color on the inside of your card and is really cute to look at. Also, I don't tend to write really long notes in my cards, so it makes it look like there's less space I have to write in. That you can just don't tell any of my recipients that. Okay. All right, for my next card, this is a really fun card. I am using the stamp set that was included, the Wildflower stamp set, and I love these style of stamp sets because they really require such minimal coloring. You could do a silhouette where you would do like ink blending or something like that on your piece of cardstock and then stamp your stamps on top of that just in black. That's really pretty. I'm using some Copic markers, but you could use colored pencils or whatever you have. I'm just using 2 shades of pink for the first flower, 2 shades of yellow for the second flower, and 3 shades of teal for the third flower, and I've just colored in their petals. And then for the leaves, I'm using 2 shades of green and just coloring those in really quickly. And even though there isn't any specific line for that first flower there on where to color in the leaves, I just kind of colored over where the little black lines were. That was pretty much it. So I did go ahead and put this back in my MISTI. I left my stamps exactly where they were in the first place, and I restamped. That's going to give me a nice pretty black solid line there around my images. And once that ink is dry, I'm using some anti-static powder here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment in some embossing ink, and I'm going to emboss it with some black embossing powder. I'm using one of the sentiments that was included in the stamp set. It's really a very sweet sentiment, I think, and I do like these samplers because they oftentimes come with an exclusive stamp set or an exclusive stencil or something like that. So if you're interested in getting the sampler, I will link below to that, as well as I'll link below to all the products that were included that are not exclusive, and I'll put those down in the YouTube description. I do get these samplers once a month. I have not done a pattern paper video in a couple of months, but that's mostly because I have had a really crazy busy summer with my kiddos being out of school, and we've been taking lots of trips and going camping, and so I've had a hard time keeping up. So hopefully going forward I'll get back on track and be doing these monthly, but we'll see. I don't know, the rest of the summer is pretty packed as well. So there's that beautiful sentiment, all heat embossed. May all your weeds be wildflowers. And now I have a cut out of, there was a piece of pattern paper that had a bunch of different patterned strips on it, which I thought was awesome. And I cut out 2 of the strips. because I wanted to put something along the bottom of this card panel where I have all the stamping. I wanted to ground my wildflowers. Now I could accomplish the same thing by adding some kind of greenery down there if I wanted to, or even cutting it smaller and adding some type of, like, just putting a little bit of Copic marker along the bottom, something like that. But those border strips work really well. The only thing I would change if I could is when I cut them down, you can see on the bottom right, one of the flowers is cut in half versus on the far left of the strip, the flower is whole. Not really noticeable in the big scheme of things, but I do try to pay attention to those kinds of things when I'm cutting things to get my patterns kind of even on each side. So you can see I took a piece of black cardstock and matted that, and then added some double-sided foam adhesive, and I'm applying it down to that beautiful floral pattern paper that I have cut to an A2 card size. And now I'm adding again those fun little shiny baubles, and I've put a couple here and there around the card, and I did put one on the center of that middle flower. So now taking a little scrap of that floral paper that's in the background, and again just adding it along the inside of my card there, leaving a little bit of white space. And again, I'm going to put a piece of flower ephemera. I really like this Doodlebug set, but I tend to like all of the Doodlebug sets. They're just so bright and fun, and everything coordinates really well. So, if you pick, some pattern papers and the odds and ends and bits and pieces and things like that, that you can create a ton of different cards really easily using this set. So here is that finished card. I think this one's my favorite, but I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. I hope you picked up some useful tips and tricks for easy pattern paper cards today. Be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so I can continue bringing you more crafty content in the future. Until next time, happy crafting.